Team, what's the word? What's the word? What's the word, y'all? What's the word? We back, man. We back, man. Feeling a little bit under the weather. Talking about, we stand on the topic of with Woo and 051 Melly. We stand on that topic. We ain't playing games today. We just jumping right into it. No intro, no nothing. We just getting right into it. Cause I ain't feeling so hot. So Queen just bought me a little bit of medicine. You know, I'm trying to get myself right. So it's we've just been finding out new updates about the whole Wu situation, and I'm gonna just tell you where I stand right now and what's the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is just to illustrate how every time we think the war might be over, we get a crazy event to happen that further perpetuates things. And with the recent death of Zoo and Wu, RP done. Hold on, man.
Did I leave my phone here?
No. Right here, bro. I'm gonna destroy my whole setup. Oh my god, look at this shit. So yeah, though, should be some hot chocolate because I think I'm getting sick. Wu was trying to stay out the way as much as he could, but how much could Wu stay out the way in this war? I really don't know. Now, some people gonna say it was mistakes that he made, but could he not have went to the party? That was an option, but I can't see that happening. Let me get my soup. I got I got all my food here. Every time we stream, I got all my food and shit. Let's see what they talking about a little bit.
I was in high school with my other little sisters, so like it's an age, we got a lot of gap between my sister, but growing up it was just me and Melly for real.
Right.
And then my other brother Demond,
Okay.
D Will, he rap too.
Okay. So tell us about growing up with Melly, right?
Yeah. Shit.
What type of brother was he? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shit, that's a real brother. Like we got into everything together, fought all the time, always arguing. He one of them motherfuckers like shit. He thought he was right all the time, and I ain't just gonna let him tell me or anything. You feel me? But we was close as hell, like that. We like you feel me, the same person, but opposite though at the same time though.
Right.
Yeah.
So tell us some of the differences between you and your brother.
I think I'm more level-headed than him. You feel me? He more of a motherfucker that. Melly was more of a motherfucker that if he get mad. He mad, he probably just do whatever he want to do, you feel me? I'm on level head. If I get mad, I'm going to think about something, you feel me? Shit, other than that, like, that's really like the biggest difference between us, you feel me? Like,
So he was more like a hothead.
kind of, yeah, more, yeah, I say.
Yeah.
He was more on the side of like, shit. If he get to a point, he in that point, you feel me? I'm more on the calculated side, though. That's it. But other than that, then like we like the same person, we like the same sports, the same shit, doing the same activities, like shit.
I ain't gonna lie. This Wu situation, that's gonna be a lot of people. I think the most dangerous thing about this Wu situation is gonna be a lot of people popping out who wasn't even who was kind of put up. There's gonna be a lot of people just popping out because of this. And it's I forgot who was saying his father's on Dirk's side, he on the rival side, But like I said, when it come to kids, I don't. When it come to kids and somebody, I don't know how Fido gonna handle this. This is such a polarizing and such a what's the word? Like the media, as far as for Chicago, as far as the in the hood and in the news period, is a huge story.
And he one of the motherfuckers that'll come up with something. He gonna stick to it though, like, come on, man, I know what's going on. So that's all it was like, shit. And then, just really us fighting, though. I ain't gonna lie, we did a lot of fighting growing up, though, in real life. Me and him, or us against other motherfuckers, you feel me? Like, that's what it was, though. Like, that's what, me and him really like the same person, though. Okay. I can't stress that enough.
Right. So I just want to ask one more question as far as y'all relationship.
Yeah.
What is it about him that you miss the most now that he's gone?
Shit, just him being a big brother. Though, like he a provider at heart though. Like you feel me? Like if I ever go through something, I'll at him. You feel me? Like,
I ain't gonna lie, I never had a big brother, but when during the time Wu was making these interviews, you could really feel the sincerity and the hurt that he had towards losing Melly. Like it's not gonna be a long episode today. We're not really I wanted to do a live. I come on every day. I'm still picking up facts. We all seen when he was partying. Anybody could have dropped his low. So yeah, there's a lot of levels of this shit.
always, he'll never let me go without. If he had something, I had it too. You feel me? Like that's what it was. See, like him being a big brother, like he was just being a big brother.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah.
And as I'm listening to you and I'm looking at you, back, like I'm thinking about me and my little brother. You know what I'm saying? We 2 years apart.
Okay,
and everything that you saying, that's how I feel about my little brother. Like we the same person.
Yeah, like let's say when he was in high school, when he had a job, I ain't have a job. You feel me? He buy him some shoes. Let's say my mama bought me some shoes, just bought me some. Well,
I ain't gonna lie. I just thought about. Hold on, y'all. I gotta pause this real quick. My bad, y'all. I had some technical difficulties, but yeah, this 051 Melly situation. I mean, 051 Wu situation. This 051 Melly situation, man. It's gonna be crazy, bro. It's gonna be a crazy summer. I can tell you that now. And as far as people saying Drill is dead, Drill is definitely not dead. He's very much alive, bro. Every time one chapter get closed, another one open, and it's sad. It's sad. Like I said in episode 13, we got Little Zoo in this shit. So look at that. We got Lil Zoo up in this shit now. Like, this shit ain't no game, bro. Like, man, I don't feel like moving that shit back. Like, I want to give y'all visuals, but visuals, you know. How would that be? Want to see me eat? Yeah, man. I ain't feeling good today, so if you see I'm kind of slow, I'm just like out of it, man. Out of it, bro.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, cause you said from 2011 to what? 2014?
December. I got out December 16, 2014.
Okay, right. So it was a lot that took place in Chicago.
Yeah. It was a whole shift, a whole culture shift. Like, it was a whole shift. You feel me? Like, that's when, like, I'm gonna say, like, the spotlight was just put on our culture. You feel me? Like, a lot of shit people do was based off that era. You feel me? Like, other states, other people, they lived through us, like, off our life, though. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
It was a lot of shit that changed, though. It changed. A big difference.
Yeah. So you in jail and Chief Keef blow up, right?
Yeah.
300, you know what I'm saying? And like you said, the whole world, you know, not everybody is so interested in Chicago.
Yeah.
You in jail though, when this is going on. So are you in Cook County right now, or you done made it to the joint?
Alright, so I went to the joint October 2012. I really supposed to have boot camp.
Okay.
I had boot camp. We fucked up. We had an altercation. We had to fuck some motherfuckers up. I lost our boot camp. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I ended up having to do the 3 years behind the boot camp. You feel me? But 2012 October, I went to the joint. You feel me? So from 11 to that time, I was hearing about it. You feel me? Like it was buzz, and it started picking up. And then when I went to the joint. I went to the joint 2012. I went to the joint 2012 October. I was in like Logan for like, I'm gonna say like 3 months.
What's loading?
Oh. You stop doing that shit. My bad. I keep pausing it.
Joint.
Okay.
Waiting on boot camp.
Okay.
I was in Logan waiting on boot camp for like 3 months.
I don't be knowing if y'all mind if I pause this shit or just keep it going. The reason why sometimes I don't pause it, I keep it going, because a lot of y'all seen this shit already. But we just doing a review. I'm not feeling so hot, so I'm trying to get as much work done as I can today. I've been working all day. Yeah, man. But I wanted to get a live in, bro. I'm about to roll me a spliff, kick it with y'all, bro. And I'm starting to feel so good. I'm trying to kick it with y'all until, I guess until I really pass out. I'm about to pop me a pill soon. I'm about to roll me another spliff. But, man, that chocolate was good. Oh, shit. You know what I wanted to watch with y'all, too? It was some joint with Same Game. It was some joint with Same Game and Vaughn 1700. Same Game and Souls Gang, some shit. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm getting delirious.
Oh, now hold on. It's two things I want to paint a picture for the viewers. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like obviously with us in Chicago niggas, our lives are people that live out the country entertainment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And this ain't nothing that we ever thought would be going on. I'm sure we can all agree on that.
Yeah,
you feel
for sure.
So when you say you got into an altercation and then you went into the hole for a year,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Obviously a lot of people that's watching this ain't never been to jail, right?
Yeah.
But like, tell us what it was like being in the hole. Tell the viewers. I know what the hole is, right? But tell the viewers what the hole is.
A lot of people, you gotta be like mentally strong to survive. And I did a year in the hole, you know what I'm saying? Even doing a month in the hole, you gotta be mentally strong, you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
so it's like,
you
that bitch 24 hours not coming out, one shower a week, you get what I'm saying?
One shower a week.
One shower a week. No phone calls, no nothing. You're not coming out your cell, you feel me? But I was in Pontiac, which was like the worst place to be in the hole, you feel me, being said. Terrible.
Hey, let me ask y'all this, right? What y'all think would have happened if 051 would have went to the party with Melly that night? What you think would have happened? And do a lot of y'all think that Duck was capping? Do you think Duck really tried to warn Melly about the TW Nate situation in the back door? I'm only asking y'all because let me tell you, right? These is questions like you got a lot of questions that's asked in the drill content world, and some of them get answers eventually, and some don't. But let me tell you, right? We gonna break down, and then right now I'm taking a shitload of medicine right now, so I don't. So I'm trying to take a shitload of medicine, so I can not get sick all the way. That's what I'm trying to do. How much will that work? I don't know. So I'm just taking a whole bunch of medicine, and rocking out with y'all until I pass out. I don't really know how this gonna work, but we working today. We working, bro. And it's I gotta, like, you already know how I am, bro. But besides me being the great chimer, and besides me being the Chirac prosecutor, I gotta ask a lot of questions though. I gotta ask a lot of questions though. And one of the questions that I made a video about, I gotta make more videos. That's my downfall on YouTube. I don't make enough videos. I do most of my shit. I'll be on live and I'll be making my shorts, but I don't be making videos, bro. So I gotta get into my video shit. Shout out to everybody that been watching the podcast. We gonna be on this. I'm gonna be doing other topics as far as the show goes, but we're gonna be doing a lot of 051 THF O Block content. So yeah, man. This Woo Def really shook things up. I don't want to state the obvious too much, but every time we think that the drill war is gonna calm down and we're at a chapter where it's over, another incident comes, and now look where we at. Now we got look we got Lil Zoo. We got Lil Zoo dissing Woo, and come on, man, like we got Bezu. What we gonna have King Von kids in this shit next too, bro? Like, I don't know. I'm about to roll my split, bro.
So your pops, or you saw your pops in jail. You was in tune. So is he still in jail?
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, we trying to get him back right now. I'm already on top of that though.
Tell us some things that the
Okay.
of chat.
Okay, so, all right, so you've seen this podcast that Woo was on. That was 3 years ago, and they was talking about getting his father out of jail. Now, this is crazy how 6 degrees of separation and how the world works. Like how they got his father out of jail just for that be the place where he ultimately lost his life at. Was this for him? Was this for Fido? Was this for Melly? We don't know. We just finding out more and more. I don't even know. That's why I said that. That's why I haven't been posting as much as everybody else, just because I want to see really what's going on. I don't want to tell you guys anything that's not true when there's just so much coming out so fast. Boys no homo. So yeah, man.
Told you. Like, were you able to apply those things to life? Because you hear the saying, when playing, what do you say when we playing chess and ain't checkers, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, chess definitely apply to life because it teach you strategy, teach you patience too. You feel me? You got to think 3 moves ahead. You get what I'm saying? Like, it just teach you to not be impulsive. You get what I'm saying? It teach you to be on your game. You get what I'm saying? Like, you really have to think 3 moves ahead when you're on the chessboard. Think about your opponent's next move. You know what I'm saying? So chess apply to life like this to me. You feel what I'm saying? Like it go hand in hand to me. Chess will teach you a lot of shit about life.
And you know how to play that shit.
I'm good in that.
That's what's up, bro. That's I always hit it. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know how to play chess. I'll admit it.
I'm good in that.
Wow. That's interesting, bro. On some real shit. Okay, so back to your pops.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he locked up on a homie?
A lot of them.
A lot of them?
Yeah.
Wow. So, like, what's this?
Now, he just said his pop is locked up on a lot of homies. So, and for those who don't know, those are unalivings. So, right, a lot of people said that Wu was lacking, but who was gonna give their phone up? That's what I'm like who was gonna give their phone up? You know, nobody going to no party. And what you gonna tell them like, oh, I'm a face? You gotta give your phone up. Niggas not even trying to hear that like that. Right or wrong? I tore this food up. God is good, bro. Hopefully this should give me one step closer to feeling better. We gonna do this episode. I'm gonna smoke some blunts and chill with y'all a little something. And then I'm gonna take a nap or whatever. And I was thinking about, they got the shout out to DJU, man. Go if you don't wanna shout out to DJU. Shout out to DJU, my boy. Got to get a real nice dose, you know. About to pop something, I don't know. About to pop a whole pill, I don't know. I want to roll something. Yeah, man, this bullshit, man. This is crazy, bro. Niggas was also talking about the I don't think you guys was here for the episode. I made a video about it. I think I'm gonna keep making videos about it. The whole situation with 051 Melly being accused of killing Side and Motor and Emery. That's just another saga. This shit has got so many layers to it, bro. I'm about to play a little bit of that. I'm about to play a little bit of that motherfucking G baby interview, because this one was kind of crazy too, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Generic Viagra from Walgreens.
Oh my God.
Stop now. You can get 100 milligrams. DJ, you go crazy.
DJ UTV, let them know who we got in the building.
THLG, baby, man. GG.
THFG, baby, what you want, gang?
Shit, man. Getting to it.
Well, welcome to DJ UTV. It's definitely a blessing to have you. Let the folks know who you got on the couch with you.
Got Law, Dre Money, Nook, OC, Lil Space, Queso, couple kills in the cut, you know, that you can't see.
The Hallers. The Haller family.
Um,
We got the Hallers in the building.
Now, hold on. I'm gonna be real with you, right? This interview right here, I'm gonna compare it to, as far as the level of danger, like as far as the level of danger, I'm gonna compare it to something else that we gonna watch. The interview with Zach TV was interviewing 051 Melly and TTB Nez in that classic interview they had. Now, it's a lot of, let me tell you, bro, as far as danger levels and as far as knowing that you're looking at somebody dangerous, this interview with here, it's like I said, all these people, everybody dangerous, but this interview right here with DJU and THF, the interview with Zach TV and 051 Young Money. What other? It's a couple interviews where I just say, yo, these some like these are some serious, dudes. These are some dangerous people, and not like I said, everybody dangerous. Okay, when I first, they had an interview with Bloodhound Lil Jeff before everybody knew who he was, and then eventually that led to him getting an interview. We knew he was dangerous. Like I said, everybody dangerous, but just I'm gonna give you my honest journalistic opinion, right? When it comes to this interview with THF, the handlers, when it came to Young Money, I want to say 600, the Bloodhounds. Like I said, it was a couple interviews. Hey, listen, everybody dangerous, and we all hurting each other, and it's all like I'm not gonna sit here and even go to Martin Luther King or Malcolm X. I ain't gonna do that to y'all like that. All I'm saying is this: a lot of dangerous brothers hurting each other. Imagine if they was together, you know. But like I said, as far as vibe goes, and as far as DJU, I commend him because he had to walk a tightrope during this interview. He had to walk a very tight rope. Like I said, he had to walk a very tight rope, bro. So I commend him on this one.
How you spell handler, G baby?
Shit, it's all type of ways you spell it, man. I spell my shit HANDLA. Put 3 on them at the end.
Okay, HANDLA, AAA.
You know that.
Triple A.
You know that.
For sure that, man. Well, welcome to DJU TV, man. Look, the fans been beating my DM down saying you need to get G baby. You need to get G baby, you need to get G baby. I'm like, shit, ain't G baby still in jail? Huh?
They know what it is.
Yeah, I'm trying to see, like, how much time total in your life have you spent in jail, bro? Because I feel like every time I check on you, they be like, shit, G baby locked up.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I spent half my shit in jail.
Really?
Yeah, juvenile. I did that juvenile life from 13 damn near 20, 21. I was in jail, back and forth, doing little bids, you know.
Yeah.
Back and forth, that motherfucker. But my little bids was year or 2 here and there. But hey, I'm on the run now. I ain't going back to that place, man.
That's good, man. That's good to hear. Please don't. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no place for no man like us. You know what I mean?
Oh,
but man, you
like I'm playing. Even though the topic is definitely about Wu, but we want to break things down. So I'm trying to get all angles as far as the THF perspective, 051 perspective. So that's, if you're wondering why, then that's why.
Right, so that shit right.
the hardest.
Yeah,
No, for
sure. That's how you see it.
The hardest.
Yeah.
For sure that's what we go. That's what we go credit G baby for sure.
No, for sure.
So this your first interview, man. And you know nowadays everybody doing interviews. You know, what took you so long to finally get in front of the camera and tell your story?
A lot of shit, man. A lot of shit. All type of shit. First, the check ain't right.
Yeah.
I need a big check. See you, I fuck with you. I'm putting on for the home team before anything.
I appreciate that.
You hear me? It's right before anything, but at the end of the day, the shit that interviews be focused on, it don't even be about the music no more.
That's a fact.
It be about some whole other shit that I don't, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got, like you just say, I spent two.
Hey, so look, I'm gonna stop it right here real quick, right? This part right here, I want to talk about this part right here. So, like I said, I wanna give DJU a round of applause for walking a tightrope, because let me tell you, right now, the fans want to know. Definitely, we all know what the fans want to know about, but but with DJU being there, and this was an in-person interview, I want to think. I don't know if it was an in-person interview or not. It don't even matter if it was an in-person interview. But when G Baby said that just now, I want to say that I don't want to say that he said that. I don't want to say that he unspokenly said, "Don't ask me." I don't want to say that G Baby was saying words without words to DJU, was trying to say, "Don't ask nothing to." I don't want to say policey, but sensitive. But now, like I said, this is what led me to not really want to meet people in this industry in real life no more, and this is what led me to not even having a interest to do real live interviews. This situation right here, where when we giving interviews, then we gotta watch, like, I understand that the whole Bezu situation is a sensitive topic, but once you pay the money, I want you to come on the show. You took the money. Once you took the money, it's a sensitive topic, but you took the money already. So I don't want to sound like an asshole, but this is where I see why, like, a lot of people started leaning towards me. I'm not leaning towards interviews or meeting anybody in real life. Maybe, but for me to pay, I don't know what DJU I don't know what his finances are, and I don't know how that part really works. But I know this though. Okay, and I don't want to spoil it for the people that didn't see the interview. The interview is 46. The interview is 46 minutes, right? You are dealing with a whole room of killers. I understand that. I understand. But it took what? It took 30 minutes just to warm. It took 30 minutes to warm them up, because they talked about a lot of nothing. Now, I don't want to say they talked about a lot of nothing. Like I said, I felt like DJU had to somewhat warm G Baby up, and also remember. I mean, you got to read the room. Look who you around. You know. But my problem with the reason why I say I'm kind of on the mindset of I'm not really too crazy about interviews is, and I'm trying to properly articulate this to you guys, right? The person doing the interview needs the money, and they need the views. The person who coming on the show needs the they get attention for their projects, and they get money. So if it's not a win-win situation, like I said, maybe this is my downfall. 46 minutes for a 46-minute interview that we got a bullshit for a majority of that interview. Not saying it wasn't a good interview, and you know, like I said, all these interviews are good because we get a chance to learn about the artist and see a different side than the killer side of what the label is trying to portray. But still in all, like I said, it gotta come. I can't say it got to, but I'm not paying money. I'm not paying money to bullshit for 22 minutes, 33 minutes out of a 46-minute interview. And I watched this interview, a lot of it. I watched majority of it last night, but this is you know, usually I wait until I'm with you guys to watch the content, but I was kind of busy yesterday, and then I ended up watching it yesterday, but I knew I was gonna watch it again. So yeah, like I said, like, it wasn't necessarily a bad interview, and if you got time, go to DJU channel, go check him out. He's an amazing content creator. I'm sure if you know me, you definitely know him. Like I said, I don't know how the money is broken down when it comes to shit like this. Let me finish rolling my blunt. But all I'm saying is this, right? 46 minutes and 49 seconds. Then we got DJ U trying to warm G Baby up for 27 of those minutes. That's a I don't know. It's not my money though, so I can't say anything.
Damn it, Jill. I ain't trying to incriminate myself.
Right,
Or
right.
no motherfucker around me.
Okay.
So I stay away from that.
I like G Baby already.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
Yeah, because nowadays the interviews do be, you know, federal. You know what I'm saying? Like,
with a capital L.
yeah. And niggas be telling on themselves and all type of shit. But I will say on the flip side of that, you know, the fans, they be interested in the rapper's personality. You know what I'm saying? And hearing what the rapper got to say, you know, about certain things.
The fans be interested in the wrong shit.
Oh, you know they interested in the bullshit for sure.
For sure.
That's everybody. That's the world. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, it's up to you if you give in to that shit. Me, I don't.
Because I'm saying, you know, you can make a post and say, man, I just beat this nigga ass on 63rd.
Yeah, they gonna eat.
Now, like I said, I keep having to stop it because this is the part where I'm stupid. This is the part where I'm lost. Like, is y'all understanding where I'm coming from right now? As far as like the fans only want the bullshit. The bullshit is what's selling the records though. And is this him telling DJ U not to ask certain questions, or is this I don't know.
You feel me? But if you say I just did a community drive on 63rd,
Don't pay no attention to it.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
I'm cool with that. I'll take less attention.
yeah,
Yeah, I ain't chasing it.
that's what's up, bro. That's what's up. Well, I'm definitely interested in your story, bro. So we gonna take it from the top. G Baby, tell us where you from.
I'm from the low end, the rack, 4-6.
For sure that. And tell us what it's like for you growing up on the low end of Chicago.
Man, like any other motherfucker is in the rack. Hard. Now you feel me? I'm trying to make a way. Shit getting greater now. That's what I could say. Shit getting greater.
That's what's up. What was your childhood like as far as your family? Did you grow up with both parents? How many people in the household?
I never met my dad.
Okay. I heard you say that in one of your songs.
Yeah, I got my OG though. Love her to death. She was my mom and pops. She both.
Now let's break that down though, because I just became a father, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like fatherhood is important, you feel me? And shout out to Lil Law, because he always posting his daughter, you know what I'm saying? Now for real, that's what I love about bro.
Nah, for sure.
But man, so when you say you never met your father, did he pass away? Is he still alive, or is he locked up, or?
Shit, you tell me.
Okay. So how was that for you, you know, growing up without a father?
Man, no,
How did it affect you?
Hey, listen. This, like I said, I think at the age I'm at now, I'll be turned off to a lot of shit. I want to hear about, like I said, like I don't even know how to say it. Like I didn't want to say it. Like they said, the fans only want to hear the bullshit. Hey, it's not that we only want to hear the bullshit, but when Vaughn was out, I don't know, bro, because right now G Baby saying he not coming on with the bullshit, but when he not on Vlad, the shit that he be doing on IG and everything else, is that not federal? That's the main point I'm really trying to make. That's the point that just got me lost, bro. Like that's the part that got me lost overall, like.
An ounce. Not a bit. It didn't affect me at all. I'm doing good. I ain't gonna lie to you. My daddy did just reach out to me.
Okay.
You hear me?
Okay. No, that's big.
Nah, that ain't big.
What'd he say?
Fuck you, talking.
No, what'd he say, bro?
That ain't big, cause they laughing right now, cause it's funny.
You go ahead, you know.
One of my homies on the phone with one of his homies, and he like, yeah, G Baby did you over here, why the bear? And he called me on some funny shit. And it's really my daddy, cause you feel me? Ask him a couple questions that, you know, look him up and all this shit.
Let's see a little bit about some more. Cause we can always talk about G baby. We can always talk about some G baby. Look. Let's at least find out a little bit. Find out a little bit more about the situation for y'all. You know, like I said, I'm just trying to find out the purpose of this live. We just trying to break down and see what happened. I don't know what happened all the way. I'm trying to figure it out, bro. Trying to figure it out. So.
Alright, y'all. Now, a lot of people running with the narrative that 051 Melly's brother Wu was caught lacking due to his location being dropped by a woman that was close to him. And let me just say this. That may be or may not be true. It's 50-50. Because judging from the video we'll be showing in a few, honestly, it's no telling who dropped Wu's location. I mean, for all they know, you or me could have dropped it, right? And I say that because Wu was definitely caught out there and did a big no-no that I'm sure he himself was aware of. I don't know if maybe it was a liquor involved or whatever, maybe he was just having a good time, but he was at a celebration, so maybe substances may have been involved and got him feeling comfortable. But at the end of the day, he was just doing something that they all know in Chicago you just don't do. For y'all that don't know, the area that Wu was caught in, judging from people from Chicago, they say it's a good neighborhood that's basically considered the burbs. But that's the thing. We have learned throughout the course of just this year alone, no matter where you are in Chicago, if you are a face from out there, unfortunately, you can't be out in public celebrating or doing the normal things that normal people do. And this is because once you jump in them streets, you are no longer a normal citizen. We've seen it with Duke, Mellow Bucks, THF Bezu, and etc. Even if you change your life, there's going to be people that don't care what you're doing with yourself now. They just know you're an op, and that's all they care about. Not to mention, y'all gotta remember that Wu is the late 051 Melly's brother. Being his brother alone comes with smoke because there's a lot of people that hated Melly, so Wu automatically inherited those problems due to who his brother was. Simple. But one thing I could say is, judging from the video we're about to see, I could say that there's a lot of questions raised because judging from what we now know, Wu was the only one that was unalive. When you see the video, it shows it wasn't just Wu present at the bar that he was at, but it seemed like it was his family, it was other family members that he was around, friends, his father, and so forth. So it's either someone knew of the party ahead of time and knew that Wu was going to be there and just waited, or maybe someone who was there during the celebration recognized his face and phoned home to them people and they waited for him. Who knows? But shout out to Chicago Wild because they will post a video of Wu's last moments and gave us a few details on what transpired. Now before we post the video, here's what they had to say as the caption would read, quote, 051 Wu went to Tommy's to celebrate with his family because his father just came home after 20 years in prison. You could tell he was uncomfortable, like he saw something or somebody in that bar. He knew something wasn't right as soon as he went outside. He was shot and unalive. Now that they say that, it does make a lot of sense. See, I personally...
Hey, this situation sounds a lot like the situation when Duke and O-Block Youngin. I don't know how similar they are as far as did they like all right. did Youngin, did O-Block Youngin and Duke just happen to be leaving and get caught, or did they see something to leave? And that same question goes for Wu also. With Wu, I don't think he's saying all right. With that part though, I don't think that's necessarily true. I think maybe he just went outside for. I don't know if he smokes. I don't know what he went outside for. Could have been to make a call. They didn't say he was leaving. Was that hit for Wu or was it for anybody that came out the was it for anybody that came out? Could it have been for Fido, or was they looking for anybody? Was he just the unlucky one to come out the club? I don't know.
The reason a lot of these guys get caught isn't because they were lacking per se, but all these guys got the same thinking process, so they end up in the same spots, all while trying to avoid each other. Meaning, the thing they would do is go to a club they think is far and out the way from the city that they originally from, thinking that they're not going to bump into any ops because they're too far out the way. But the problem is, the ops got the same thought process. So both of y'all thinking about going somewhere far so nobody can find y'all. But the problem is, everybody's doing the same thing. And eventually, they'll bump into each other. It's just like that sometimes. One might see the other first and able to move or react first. Who knows? But anyway, let's get into this video, y'all. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button so we can get this video into the algorithm. And if you're not subscribed to the platform already, make sure you do so now. Let's get into it. Oh, there you go. Look like everybody enjoying themselves, though.
Yep.
Yeah, boy. Dancing, having a good time. Now look, this is the thing that I was trying to, that's his father.
Hey.
That's the man who just got out. I think he did 27 years. I know these.
Wu didn't look all that comfortable. He looked like he was having a good time, but he didn't look all that comfortable. He didn't look all that look at the body language and look at him when he was dancing. He didn't look all that comfortable. He looked comfortable, not really though. See, look. He don't look all that comfortable. See, look.
Peep the girl in the background, y'all. Right there.
So anybody could have dropped.
Who's that? Right? I know that, and this is the thing. This is why I say it could have been anybody. You never know. Now, I don't know if this is a family friend or relative, whoever this is. But y'all see, she's just sitting there. She's not even talking to nobody. She's by herself, and she got the phone camera just holding it by Wu. Right? Now, keep in mind, not just her. It's a whole bunch of them that's got their camera phones out. We don't know who it came from. But one thing that struck my eye was this girl in the background that's by herself, and she's taking videos of Wu. Look, she's still going. Still going.
And like I said though, he looked comfortable, but he didn't look all that comfortable. This right here was a can you say all the situations is dangerous though? I mean, they do have to live life though. That was his father coming out in 20 years. That shit is just, like I said, it's sad. We're gonna be covering this. We're gonna be covering this for days, so we're gonna be covering all angles. So yeah, we're gonna be breaking this down.
He definitely was out there loose. I think he know better than to do something like that. See, now, judging from the crime scene video, you can see that Wu was literally caught outside of that venue.
Then I also said if everybody came out at the same time, would it have been Wu and his father to get shot, or would it just been Wu? I wonder that also. Because when you look at the crime scene right here, it's real open. Nobody. This is definitely like whoever was outside. They had an open shot at them, and like I said, I'm still trying to wonder. Was that for Wu, or was that for anybody who came outside? Could that have been Driller? Could that have been Fido? Could that have been any? I don't know.
Duke was called outside and he was shot. And to this day, nobody knows who called him. But there's a lot of possibilities. And the problem with this is, from what I understand, Wu didn't even carry firearms all the time. Not saying he never did, but even...
Hold on, let me rewind that a little bit, because that part, I want to hear that part again. Hold on.
And so... it's safe to say he was definitely enjoying himself, but at the end of the day, a person being who he is, Wu, 051 Melly's brother, he definitely shouldn't have been outside like that at all. Even if you read the comments, somebody said this is literally dangling. Somebody put the word in, MFs don't go to Tommy's, but never mind. Well, who knows? Right? But at the end of the day, as y'all can see, he definitely was out there a little loose. I think he know better than to do something like that. See, now, judging from the crime scene video, you can see that Wu was literally caught outside of that venue.
that also makes you think, like, as a parent, as the leader of the Black Disciples, what direction is Fido gonna go in? Like, I can't imagine what Fido thinking. They say you get it back in blood, and they say the streets is cold, but it's fair. But this right here, bro, like, this gonna be, the ramifications gonna be unprecedented. With this the death of Wu. It's not gonna be there's gonna be a lot of blood spill. There's gonna be a lot of blood spill behind this. Trust.
So either he felt something was off and tried to leave, but it was too late, or maybe he was lured outside some way, somehow. Just like they said Mona Duke was called outside and he was shot. And to this day, nobody knows who called him. But there's a lot of possibilities. And the problem with this is, from what I understand...
Hey, look, wasn't I just talking about the, I was just talking about the whole, Mona Duke shooting situation and the whole, Wu situation. But as far as Mona Duke goes, who was the last person that talked to Mona Duke? Y'all don't. I'm gonna see if y'all remember who the last person that talked to her. Aspen Cartier. And that's something that we really she was saying she was gonna come pull up on them, but he was telling her that nobody could get in with a pipe without whatever. So she said she wasn't gonna come. That's the last person who not accusing her of nothing. I'm just saying. Roll me another spliff, bro. MDO Podcast, episode 15, man. Episode 15. We starting the year off good, bro.
Wu didn't even carry firearms all the time. Not saying he never did, but even when he was describing how he approached 600 Breezy in their last incident, he admitted that he didn't even have a firearm on him. And I can't lie, that's pretty bold. I don't know if it's because they really aren't into it with each other, like many may think they are, but either way, I'm not approaching anyone in Chicago or anywhere aggressively that's supposed to be my ops without a firearm, knowing that there's a big possibility that he or somebody he's with got one. Keep in mind, 600 Breezy did have a firearm on him because we seen him flash it during his interview. So that thing could have went left. But I don't know if maybe Wu was just trolling because he didn't want to make it hot for social media, being that it was said that there were shots fired after the...
Alright, if you want to see more Hookah Anonymous content, you go to him. I'm a little bit under the weather right now, guys, so bear with me. I'm looking for this thing I want to watch with y'all with. We gonna be chiming in. I'm gonna be still doing we still gonna be talking about Wu, but I'm trying to find this video I had with Sing Gang and hold on, let me see if I can find it. I told y'all already I'll be having that shit that I'll be wanting to watch with y'all, so I'll be saving it. But I'm trying to find it right now. Just give me 1 second. I hope it's here. Let's see. Yeah, it's right here. So, alright, let's get this shit going.
Star Finball and Black Diamond are located throughout each side of the Austin area, being the Maniac Solid foes, the Angelo foes, the Body Snatcher foes, the LT Four-Corner Hustlers, and the Sniper Four-Corner Hustlers. The Austin neighborhood is also filled with other People Nation gangs, such as the Black Souls, L-Town, Black P. Stones, and many different Vice Lord factions also surrounding the area, but nowhere near as deep in numbers as the Four Corner Hustlers. In this video, we are going to dive into the story of the war with Toss Gang, Black Mob, and MNA, and the internal beef between the three Four Corner Hustlers factions. Before we start talking about the war between Toss Gang versus Black Mob and MNA, as always, we will be first diving into the history and giving a breakdown about all three gangs, starting with Black Mob. Black Mob is a set of predominantly solid maniac four-corner hustlers under the Finball 5-point star located in the Austin neighborhood. Black Mob is known for repping the 8-ball symbol, which is based on part of their territory being the 4800 block of each street. They're located on such as Division, Crystal, Potomac, and Hirsch. The Black Mob hand symbol is them holding up four fingers with the thumb holding the middle finger. Toss Gang is often seen disrespecting the 8-ball symbol that Black Mob honors.
We still 7 to 9 because that 8 so much. Great. Every 8.
Black Mob's entire territory ranges from Division to Hirsch and Laramie, all the way to Cicero, with them being located in Lafayette Park while having a total of 21 street corners that they control and operate. Black Mob's main corners and blocks that they operate are on Potomac and Lamont, Crystal and Lamont, Camerling and Lamont, Potomac and Laverne, Crystal and Laverne, and Division and LeClaire. Black Mob's history dates back to the late 80s and early 90s when the solid four-corner hustlers in Austin were growing massively in numbers. Before Black Mob became four-corner hustlers in the late 80s, their territory originally used to be surrounded by the Rice Boys. The Rice Boys were known as a white gang in Austin that existed in the 70s. Their main corners that they held down was Rice and Pine, and Division and Laramie, which is now known as the beginning of Black Mob's territory, before the Four Corner Hustlers fully took over the neighborhood. The previous generation of this set was known as Dog Pound, before they officially renamed the hood and started going by Black Mob. The generation of Black Mob had started in the late 2000s, with pictures of members being shown together on social media in the early 2010s. Tremaine Larry, who was a high-ranking member of the Four Corner Hustlers, was one of the founders and original members of Black Mob before being tragically gunned down in 2022 at 49 years old. Tremaine Larry was on the sidewalk at around 1:40 p.m. on the 2200 block of South Springfield Avenue near his home when two males approached him and opened fire. Larry was taken to Mount Sinai Hospital, where he was later pronounced dead. No one is in custody in the present day. Tremaine Larry was known for being hood rich and made most of his money from selling cars. He was also the blood father of Tremaine Larry Jr., also known as Lul Savage, who was one of the main rappers from Black Mob.
Real folks age member, give a f*** I don't know. Real folks age member, gang banging on that note.
Black Mob also goes by Cello Gang, in honor of a fallen member named Marcel Collins, also known as Cello, who was killed on December 16, 2006 in a drive-by shooting. Black Mob's other main rappers include Stupid Dre, BMG Cello, Cello Bright, Marquis Seaton aka Cello Boy Nino, Big Man Got It, and Malik Seaton. Smiley from Black Mob is also the cousin of Lil Durk, which is how Black Mob and MNA formed the relationship together with OTF and THF. Smiley and many other Black Mob members also had a relationship with THF Bezu before his death. Smiley and other Black Mob members were also seen hanging with Baton Rouge, Louisiana rapper Fredo Bang and Lil Durk's brother D Thang before his demise. Von 1700 had thrown subliminal shots at Lil Durk and OTF in interviews for having a bond with Black Mob.
I'll be dick riding rappers, I ain't gonna lie. And for the rappers that be dick riding them ops, don't come trying to be cool with me, none of that.
A Black Mob member would call out Von 1700 on Facebook, telling him to stop considering them as ops when he doesn't personally know Black Mob and MNA due to the conflict between them, and L Block beginning around the time when Von was only 6 years of age. The younger generation of Black Mob, with members such as Micro and Baby CEO, have a strong connection with Southside Chicago rapper Lil Nooney from the Back of the Yards neighborhood. Black Mob also goes by 213, which stands for Black Mob, with the 2 standing for the second letter of the alphabet being B, which is the first letter of Black, and the 13 standing for the 13th letter of the alphabet being M, which is the first letter of Mob. M&A is a set of body snatcher, four-corner hustlers under the Black Diamond and the wing of Raymond Betts, or better known in the streets as Shaky Sean. M&A's entire territory is from Chicago Avenue to Division Street and Austin Boulevard to Central Avenue, with them having a total of 40 blocks and street corners that they control and operate. The acronym M&A has 4 total meanings, standing for either Money in Augusta, Mayfield in Augusta, Massasoit in Augusta, and Menard in Augusta. The main hand sign that M&A is known for flashing and throwing up is the A hand symbol, which is based on one of the streets they are located on, being Augusta Boulevard. M&A is also known for hat banging, as they are seen wearing several fitted hats with the letter A, based on Augusta mainly being the Los Angeles Braves fitted hat, the Los Angeles Angels fitted hat, and the Athletics fitted hat. M&A is also known as M-Pat Gang, in honor of a fallen member named Marcus Patrick, whose life was tragically cut short at just 22 years old after he had been killed in a drive-by shooting in his own hood on May 18, 2016. M-Pat was also known as a former high school basketball player with high expectations and big potential, before he would unfortunately be introduced to the street life as a teenager. M-Pat was very close with members of Black Mob, as he was seen in many group photos with Black Mob before his death, along with them paying their respects to him on social media, describing how much M-Pat loved Black Mob and the equal love that they had for him. M&A and Black Mob have been allied for over 15 years, with many posts and pictures of them in the early 2010s together, and them shouting each other out shown on social media. M&A and Black Mob are heavily allied to the point where they consider the 2 separate factions of the Four Corner Hustlers the same thing. With M-Pat Gang having a total of 40 blocks, there are a bunch of other subsets, branches, and cliques throughout the hood, with M&A also falling into the categories such as Parkside Money, gang located on Iowa and Parkside, T-Block, which stands for Thomas located on Thomas and Mayfield, AMG, which stands for either Augusta Money Gang or Authentic Music Group, and WMT, which stands for Waller Money Team, aka 900, located on Chicago Avenue and Waller in Iowa. M&A also shares part of their territory with a small faction of 2 groups going by the name 5900. The 2 sets of 5900 include Tommy Gang, also known as Mayfield Boys, which are the New Breeds, or better known as the Black Gangsters, and MIG, which stands for Mayfield Iowa Gangsters, aka Toon World, which are mainly Four Corner Hustlers. Both of the groups share the same street corner, with them being located on Mayfield in Iowa. The New Breeds from Mayfield in Iowa had a lot of love for M-Pat, as much as Black Mob did, with members of 5900 seen paying their respects to M-Pat on social media, saying that he meant a lot to the whole neighborhood.
Y'all play Iowa too or not? Iowa, I ain't gonna lie, that's across Chicago Avenue. That's Breed. So I was New Breeds on Mayfield in Iowa? Yeah, that's Burnham. What block MIG on?
Nah, y'all.
That's Mayfield in Iowa. It's Mayfield, I ain't gonna lie, those Breeds and folks over there.
Majority of the M&A members went to Milton Brunson Math and Science Specialty Elementary School, located on Central and Walton in their territory, along with other individual factions of the Body Snatcher Four Corner Hustlers, located on the south opposing side of Chicago Avenue.
What school everybody went to though?
Everybody that's up in our Craft River, you either went to Bronson on photos, down with the M&As, or you came to Key School.
The original headquarters for the Body Snatcher Four Corner Hustlers was located on Chicago Avenue in Menard, which was founded by Tyshawn Emmanuel Terry Sr., also known as Chief Tyshawn, who is one of the chiefs and enforcers of the Body Snatchers. Chief Tyshawn is also said to have wrote the literature of the Body Snatcher Four Corner Hustlers.
It's the motherland, that's what it started at.
Exactly like
Chief Tyshawn, also known as Big Snatcher, was the father of Tyshawn Terry Jr., aka Time Money from M&A, who is currently incarcerated and held in the Illinois River Correctional Facility, serving an 11-year sentence for aggravated discharge of a firearm when the victim is a police officer, after he violated his parole and fired a single shot at a group of officers when they approached him in an alley. The Body Snatcher Four Corner Hustlers had officially become a new faction of the foes exactly around 1992 to 1994. Before this faction, an area of Four Corner Hustlers started being referred to as Body Snatchers. They were known as the Big Radicals. The other known chiefs of the Body Snatcher Four Corner Hustlers, aside from Shaky Sean and Tyshawn Terry Sr., include William Thomas, or better known in the streets as Burpee, Tyrese Moore, aka Ty Illy, who was killed on September 14th, 1997, and Chief Kente, who was only 23 years of age and tragically lost his life on November 2nd, 2000. The body snatchers were originally started to enforce and ensure the laws that the Four Corner Hustlers already had in place while riding under the Black Diamond. The Black Diamond was founded in the 1980s by the Black Souls and Monroe Banks, or better known as Money, around the time when the Four Corner Hustlers were at war with other vice lord groups. Monroe Banks created the Black Diamond as a renegade symbol and another part of the People Nation Finball 5-point star identity. While having internal beef with the vice lords and even being one of the original 5 branches, Money and certain members of the Four Corner Hustlers felt like independence was needed and broke away from the entire almighty vice lord nation. The Four Corner Hustlers, under the Black Diamond honor, LHKT, which stands for Love, Hate, Kill, take being the 4 points of the Black Diamond, while the solid maniac Four Corner Hustlers that claim the Finball 5-point star claim LTPFJ, which stands for Love, Truth, Peace, Freedom, and Justice. The body snatcher Four Corner Hustler literature is described as them disrespecting and going against the vice lord literature and rules that the Solid and Angelo Four Corner Hustlers honor. Before Chicago Avenue and Menard became body snatchers, they were originally Solid Four Corner Hustlers located in the M-Town neighborhood. M-Town was a neighborhood that Chicago Avenue and Menard formed in the late 80s, together with another faction of Four Corner Hustlers north of Division Street on Division and Parkside, which is now known as DCG, and Angelo Foes in the present day. The body snatcher Four Corner Hustlers started going by 219, which is a code for the 2 first letters of body and snatcher, with the 2 standing for B, which is the second letter of the alphabet, and first letter of body, and the 19 standing for S, which is the 19th letter of the alphabet, and first letter of snatcher. The current rappers of MNA include Dirty Red, M-Pat Gang Spook, 2-3 Bruce Wayne, aka M-Pat Gang Little Fats, Thomas Dean aka Gen 5 or better known as T-Dub or T-Glizzy, Lil Hoodstar, 230 better known as M-Pat Gang Zero, Noonie World Ajax, Mikey 2 times, AMG Geo also known as Geo Frank, and 23 Gang PG. Similar to Black Mob going by 213 in codes, MNA also goes by 131, which is based on M being the 13th letter of the alphabet, and A being the first letter of the alphabet. MNA and Black Mob's main shooters and killers include members like Michael Cooper Jr., or better known in the streets as Mike Measy, his father Michael Cooper Sr., aka Big Mike, Ramel Stevens, or better known as MNA Ray Money, Lamonte Foster, also known as MNA Lil Monte, Marquez Gaston, also known as M-Pat Gang Douche, Michael Dukes, also known as Mad Mikey MNA, Lil D the Menace, Devin Spencer, aka MNA, Lil Devin, Monty Johnson, Tenfo, The Don, Cello Girl Big Niche, Cello Gang Smiley, 2-3 Gang Little Chucky aka Lil Don, 2-3 Gang Dre Sav, 2-3 Gang Boogie, Noonie World, Tweak, M-Pat Gang Glow Wallace, M-Pat Gang Lil Zero, M-Pat Gang Mainsky aka Momo Smith, his big brother Joseph Smith aka Joe Diddy who passed away in 2018, and Tyree Wise aka 2-3 or Ree Diddy who passed away in 2017. MNA and Black Mob's most notable enemies include other Four Corner Hustler factions in the Austin area down the street from them, such as Haddon Boys, or better known as 5400, located on Haddon and Pine, Long City, also known as NSLB or Eddie Mob, located on Long and Walton, DCG aka P Block, Jack Boys located on Potomac and Mayfield, and L Block, who we will be giving a gang breakdown about next. MNA and Black Mob are also known to be at war with B Gang aka Harlem Boys, Ghost Mob, and the Gangster Disciples from K-Town. MNA and Black Mob are also heavily allied with the M20 and OTA factions of the Sane Gang, Mafia Insane Vice Lord Alliance. L Block, or better known as Toss Gang, is an alliance of 4 individual factions of Angelo Four Corner Hustlers in the Austin community. Toss Gang started going renegade in the 2010s after the beef with the Solid Foes being Black Mob and the Body Snatcher. Four Corner Hustlers being MNA would officially start while already being at war with the Mafia Insane Vice Lords being Sane Gang OTA and M-Dub.
Is it still like 4CH prevalent around?
Yeah, it's like that though, but we all foes, but we really claim 14 toes. We ain't gonna say we 4 we crack foes too. We definitely fight for crack foes, but it go by off the block. Like you'll stay on the phone and
Where do you eat when everything sounds good? We know a place. Try multiple award-winning restaurants in a single order. Only on
They would be seen throwing down the 5-point star Finball hand symbol in multiple pictures and videos, which is a diss to Black Mob and Sane Gang, who both honor the Finball and Vice Lord literature. L Block's entire territory ranges from Lockwood to Laverne and Bloomingdale to Hirsch, with them having a total of 28 blocks. The name L Block is based on each of the streets' names, starting with L from Lockwood to Laverne. The 4 branches that make up L Block include 1400, located on Leamington and Hirsch, which is the youngest generation and branch of L Block that came from La Fall E. Yet Park, with Sherrod Carter Jr., aka Backend TG, being the oldest member and leader of the 1400 branch.
Like the 1400, the youngest, we all came from the park.
All the shorties really from the 1400 side. It's really no shorty from 15.
So a lot of motherfuckers be thinking like it's only O Block versus STL. You know, as you can see, like I said, this Chirac shit goes so deep. There's a lot of shit that I still don't even know, and I've been researching this shit forever, you know. So this shit I've been meaning for us to watch for a minute. So episode 15 MDO podcast, man.
1500, the older they came from S Block. It started L Block. That goes back so far. My homie Jilla was saying Toast Gang in 2016, but we was L Block. Then, you know, it started coming with the Toast Gang with different generations. We went to the Toast Gang, but we always been on the Toast Gang L Block. It's the only thing. There wasn't no 2020 shit. We've been calling on the Toast Gang. When did you start saying Toast Gang? 2006, right? Like 16. 2016, right.
The name 1500 comes from Lemoyne being the 1500 block of North LeClaire, or North Waller Avenue. The name XV that L Block members from 1500 go by.
Homie that was just on the screen was the big homie. Homie that was just on the screen was the big homie Bonds, a 1700 shit. But look how young dude is, like dude don't even look like he 26 yet. I mean, he a big homie. That shit be crazy, bro.
On the Roman numerals XV being 15. 1600 aka Solo Block is located on North Avenue in Leamington by McDonald's, being the 1600 block of North Leamington Avenue.
Where exactly is y'all from? Leamington North Avenue. Leamington right up behind McDonald's. Can we take your order?
Last but not least, we have 1700, also known as Holly Grove, or SBG, located on Lockwood and Wabansia. The name 1700, which is also seen as part of Vaughn and his big brother Brick's rap name, is based on part of their street Wabansia being the 1700 block of North Lockwood Avenue.
1700, that's still the same bond, so he was just raised on 17, but he always came over here. That's like the block. So it's all the same.
Now look, that's they big homie. And dude don't look like he more than 26, 27 years old. So that's crazy how this shit be. Like, if that's the big homie, then not even saying we got kids leading kids. Like I seen him around Vaughn and Joe, whatever his name is. I didn't know who he was. But now, like I said, you never judge a book by its cover. Cause look, you would think he a nobody, but he Vaughn and them big homie. You would never even know that. You know, I didn't know that until I watched this shit just now. Like, so that's crazy, like.
L Block's history dates back to the late 80s and early 90s, with their original headquarters being around North Avenue and LeClaire, around the time when more African Americans started moving into the Austin neighborhood and the Four Corner Hustlers were expanding throughout the West Side. Before L Block became the territory of Four Corner Hustlers, they were a set of insane Latin brothers in the early 80s. Their main corner was known for being located on North Avenue in Latrobe. They were going by the name NL Street, which was based on the main block they operated being, you guessed it, North Avenue and Latrobe. Toss Gang's main allies include 2 Feet Gang, aka Alley Boys, DCG, aka Jack Boys, and 1800 Hoodrich Young Money located on Amundsen Park.
Shout out my my Jack boys, the baby Jazz, Woody, all of them, big folks. We can still go man free off.
Toss Gang's main rappers include Davin Meeks, aka Vonoff 1700, his big brother Daryl Meeks, aka Brickoff 1700, Jilla off 1500, who is actually a member of the Traveling Vice Lords, Rashad Black, Munna XV, XV Hellrel, and Nino Bam. Toss Gang's main shooters and killers include Aaron Harris, or better known in the streets as Big Jilla, or AJ, Mon Yai Chappelle, or better known in the streets as MC, Lance D. Sims, aka Killa Lance, who is the blood uncle of Vaughn and Brick, Sherrod Carter Jr., aka Backend, Romeo Langston, also known as Famous, Jakari Jones, aka Lil Kari, Lil K, Baby Spark, Jock 1400, Toss Gang Plains, Demon, Buck Wick, XV Sean Fox, Maury Sims, Anthony Shorter, aka Lil 3, and last but not least, Davin Meeks, aka Vaughn. L Block and Black Mob both share LaFall E, yet Park, with both of them being on two opposite sides of Hirsch Street, with L Block being north of Hirsch, and them controlling the basketball court side of LaFall E, yet Park, while Black Mob is located south of Hirsch Street, with them controlling the swimming pool side of LaFall E, yet Park.
Where all made at, man. Where it started. This is headquarters. If it's Toss Gang, L Block 14, 15, 16, 17, you came here first. This the headquarters.
How the f did y'all meet?
Man, LaFall Park, I can sum it up like 2 words. LaFall Park, bro. Like, no bad. Everything was busting up that talent show. That's where all of the hoes was at.
The ups right there, the ups across the park, they don't give.
Where's LaFall Park?
The
Sears part of LaFall Park. I'll be the northern side of LaFall Park where the basketball court at. You know, where the field house say, you know, land me in Hirsch, leave me to the Herschel clan, Herschel all in Hirsch.
Not the water park.
Not the water park.
Not the water park. That's what
the water park. I don't want to sit and slide over there. I'm in that water park, man. Leave that water park alone, man. You're gonna drown over there. You can't swim, man. Leave that water park alone, man.
Many original members of L Block and Black Mob attended Leslie Lewis Elementary School when they were growing up, which was located on Lemoyne and Leamington, while M&A is seen being 6 minutes away from.
I think you better listen to him and leave that water park alone. It doesn't sound very safe.
L Block and Black Mob's hood. The war with them and L Block started from M&A inheriting the beef due to being heavily allied with Black Mob. They also beefed due to L Block being Angelo Four Corner Hustlers, and the fact being that Body Snatcher and Angelo Four Corner Hustlers have never seen eye to eye for a long time. Black Mob and L Block were originally allied and cordial with each other from the late 80s to the late 2000s. They were known for hustling on each other's territory and used to fight against the Death Row Mafia and Sane Vice Lords on North Avenue together, along with the Four Corner Hustlers from Leamington and Thomas, known as the LT Foes. The war and tension between these two nearby factions of the Four Corner Hustlers officially began in the year 2009 over a female situation, leading to the murder of a well-loved fallen younger L Block member in the same year, making this the first member to get killed in the start of what would soon be an unforgiving war.
Died for some pussy that ain't even touched. They ain't never even seen. They died over.
Let's start
there, because they're basically, that's why Jono died. Yeah, no, some pussy, you know, and it ain't nothing to go down that cave.
On Tuesday of March 18th, 2009, a 17-year-old boy named Jonathan D. Wilson, aka Jono from L Block, had passed away after being seriously wounded in a shooting that actually happened on the day of his 17th birthday in his own hood near Leslie Lewis Elementary 3 days prior. On March 15th, 2009, at around 10 p.m. on a Sunday, Jono from L Block was outside on the 5053 block of West Lemoyne Street when he would be shot by a Black Mob member and taken to Mount Sinai Hospital, where he was pronounced dead 3 days later at 3:04 p.m. An autopsy that was conducted the next day found Jono suffering from a gunshot wound to the head and ruled his death as a homicide. L Block would be seen describing Jono's murder and how it happened in a podcast.
He had got shot on Lemoyne and Leclerc. You know what I'm saying? He was high off the lean and shit. My came through blowing the shit. He ain't, you know what I'm saying, react quick enough. You know what I'm saying? Bullet ricochets.
Jono was one of the first losses L Block took, which would escalate a deadly feud between the two factions of the Four Corner Hustlers. Big Jilla and Billa explained how they were still teenagers going to school around the time Jono passed away. Jono was also the first loss Buck Wick took as he was growing up and getting ready to jump off the porch, which would cause him to have so much hate for Black Mob.
Who is Jono? Tell me about Jono.
That's the bully. The real one.
Real battle face guy, bro.
The real bully.
Real battle face
guy. All the time.
When he met his demise, what was the situation like? What happened to kid? Y'all
The middle was a shock. Grow up. Nobody knew exactly when it happened. 2009.
2009. That's really like
He
was in high school? Yeah, he
was
in high school. I feel like that's what made everybody turn their savage like all the way up. You know what I'm saying?
As the 2010s began after the death of Jono, many shootings between the two groups would occur until Black Mob would start the decade off by allegedly killing another well-beloved L Block member 2 years later, who was actually part of the same crowd and age group as Big Jilla. On May 21st, 2011 at 12:03 a.m., 16-year-old Terrence C. Boyd, or better known as TT from L Block, was shot and killed while being at McDonald's in his own hood in the 1500 block of North Leamington Avenue. TT was standing on a sidewalk when a Black Mob member would allegedly come out of an alley and shoot him. TT suffered a gunshot wound to the neck and was taken to Mount Sinai Hospital in critical condition, where he was later pronounced dead. Toss Gang's enemies would mock TT for getting shot and killed near McDonald's.
TT died at McDonald's, hit his ass in his McNugget. TT died at McDonald's, hit his ass in his McNugget.
After the death,
they said they hit him in his McNugget. Come on, dog. Come on, dog.
Trained to go in honor of him and his nickname. TT's funeral was held 1 week later on May 28, 2011, with Big Jilla and other members seen wearing shirts in honor of TT. Before TT jumped off the porch in high school, he was known as a football and basketball player in middle school with tons of potential. TT attended and graduated from Lincoln Middle School in Berwyn, where he played for the football and basketball team and even was on varsity for both. After graduating from middle school, TT later attended Manly Career Academy in the East Garfield Park neighborhood while living in Austin. Big Jilla would make a heartwarming post on social media honoring TT, describing how him and L Block haven't been the same after his death and how much they love him, while bringing up old memories and telling TT to rest in paradise. Big Jilla would reveal to the public that without TT, he feels lost, and TT gave him hope when he was still alive. After losing two beloved members to Black Mob in the span of 2 years, retaliation would be the only thing running in L Block's mind at the time. The conflict between L Block and Black Mob would take a short pause for 2 years with no murders happening. It would be until the summer of 2013 when Big Jilla and L Block would finally retaliate on Black Mob for the two fallen members they lost, with them actually being responsible for the murder of a female member from the Black Mob faction. On July 2nd, 2013, a 19-year-old woman named Ashley Hardman, or better known as Muffin or Queen Drizzy from Black Mob, was shot dead on a Tuesday night while being on the 1300 block of North Lamon Avenue, which was actually a 5-minute walk from her mother and father's home. The shooting occurred during 9:40 p.m. when two L Block members on feet would allegedly fire into a group of Black Mob members that Queen Drizzy was with. Muffin would be shot in the head and taken to Stroger Hospital, where she was pronounced dead at over 30 minutes later at 10:14 p.m. The neighbors who lived near the murder scene explained how children lived nearby at the time of the shooting and how tension was escalating between two rival gangs in the area, referring to the rising conflict between the two factions of the Four Corner Hustlers being L Block and Black Mob, and the children were playing nearby La Fall Eyette Park at the time of the shooting. Muffin's sister, Latasia Hardman, would describe how the incident happened in her eyes.
I don't know. For some reason that day felt weird, and it just didn't seem right. It wasn't nothing to do, so I just came in the house. I had just came in the house, and all I know is I just heard shots. And all I hear is my mom like, "Those some gunshots." And next thing you know, like, everybody was just banging on our door. Muffin had been shot, Muffin been shot. And I just ran. I didn't expect to see her laying the way she was. And all I could do was just go to her and just try to wake her up. I'm like, "Wake up, baby, wake up. Wake up, baby." And she woke up, she opened her eyes, and she looked at me, and she just closed them. And I knew she was gone.
3.
so easy.
It's delivered right to your door, portioned, fresh, and ready to go.
3 hours later, another murder that was most likely connected to Queen Drizzy's death would occur, but this time it would be in L Block's territory. A 14-year-old boy who went by the name Damani Hennard was found dead lying on the street near his bicycle after being shot while riding his bike on the 5000 block of West North Avenue near North Avenue and Lawler. The shooting occurred at around 12:45 a.m. when Damani was riding his bike back home to Oak Park while being alone when he would be shot multiple times, including at least once in his neck, once in his back, and once in the back of his head. Damani Hurd was an 8th grade graduate at the time of his death and was looking forward to starting high school. He was going to be a freshman at Oak Park and River Forest High School. He was also getting ready to play high school football and even went school shopping with his aunt shortly before meeting his demise. Damani Hurd also went by the nickname Swole, but it isn't confirmed if he had any gang affiliations. He was also known for skateboarding, drawing, playing basketball, and playing with Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Queen Drizzy, aka Muffin from Black Mob, had graduated high school 1 year prior to her death. The whole Black Mob would be devastated and seen paying their respects to Muffin on social media. Queen Drizzy was known for being part of the female crowd of Black Mob. Black Mob would adopt the names Drizzy World or Muffin World in honor of Ashley. Muffin was known for having big dreams and lifetime goals. Her mother would reveal how Muffin had goals to take care of her and her husband, who was also the blood father of Muffin. Ashley's grandmother would give her the name Muffin when she was a baby, based on her being born as a chubby infant.
When Ashley was born, she was chunky. My grandma was just like, she like a little muffin. And ever since then, they've been calling Ashley Muffin.
Muffin was a graduate of Austin Business Academy and was even training to work at a pharmacy through the Job Corps program. She was supposed to finish that program the next month in August, but would be back spending time with her family at home in the Austin area for summer break. Muffin also had interests in playing sports and was on the female high school basketball team and played for the Lady Tigers. Muffin's mother would speak up and reveal how she never imagined or had the thought of burying one of her kids and saying she still can't believe it's real. She was even seen breaking down while folding and preparing her daughter's clothes before Muffin's funeral would be held.
Mama ain't never let you down. Mama ain't never let you down, baby.
Muffin's brother, Anthony Hardman, or better known as Lil Ant from Black Mob, who was the blood brother of Muffin, would speak up at the funeral of his sister and let everyone know who she was to him and how he personally felt about the death of Muffin while paying his respects to his family at the same time, explaining how grateful he is and how much he appreciates them.
That right there, that's my heart. That's my childhood. That's my everything. My life feels so hollow right now. I look at it as I'm grateful to have those parents. I'm grateful to share life with my sister. And I have a bigger challenge.
And this is just like a cycle, like everybody feels so strongly about their loved ones, and you know, when horrible things like this happen, it's just a cycle of revenge, like, and where does it stop? I don't know. You know, the purpose of this video is not just to glorify or further perpetuate this, but try to understand like we can take a first start at making start at making things better. I don't know.
Two killers of Muffin. He would make a subliminal diss to Muffin in his song with Von Off 1700 titled Automatic.
Tap that biscuit, that nugget. I want that muffin.
Von Off 1700 would even confirm Big Jilla was one of the killers of Muffin in a snippet of an unreleased song of his. Aaron Harris, aka Big Jilla, would take the time to make a post on social media honoring Jono, who was killed by Black Mob, in the caption quoting, "We got that get back." Get back is a slang term for retaliation. The war between L Block and Black Mob would die down for a few years after the murder of Muffin. It would be until 2016 when another murder would happen between both sides. But this time, MNA would step in the war for the first time, assisting Black Mob when they would kill a well-loved member from the 1500 side of Toss Gang, who was actually the brother of one of the main rappers. On October 7th, 2016, 20-year-old Jackery Markevius Jones, or better known as Sosa from Toscan, was shot and killed alongside a CTA bus passenger who was wounded while being in a North Austin shooting. The shooting occurred around 12:35 p.m. on North Avenue in LeClaire in front of a carry-out restaurant when two gunmen, being Ree Diddy and Joe Diddy from M&A, walked up to him and began firing. Sosa was shot in his neck and leg, where he was taken to Mount Sinai Hospital in critical condition and later passed away at 1:15 p.m. Police said that Jones, aka Sosa, was a documented gang member. One of the bullets also went through a number 72 North Avenue bus windshield and hit a 57-year-old man in his back. The man was taken to Stroger Hospital in serious condition, but luckily made it. Police at the scene said the 20-year-old, being Sosa from Toscan, was the intended target. Police said that the shooting was definitely gang-related and originally believed one gunman was responsible for the murder of Sosa until a worker at a local business would tell them he heard two guns being fired, describing how one gun sounded like a MAC-10 and the other sounded like a 9mm. The owner of the restaurant near the murder scene Sosa was killed at said he heard numerous shots but was too busy with preparing food orders to get involved. He described the situation, quoting, "We heard pop, 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 and that was it." He would also explain how he doesn't pay any attention to what's going on in the streets. A 33-year-old woman, Autumn Bird, said she was getting her hair braided at a salon on North Avenue when she and several other stylists heard a flurry of shots. People had started running everywhere after, according to Bird. Autumn Bird would later venture out and saw Sosa lying on a street corner at LeClaire and North Avenue. The worker and at least one area homeowner said gang tensions have flared in the neighborhood in recent weeks, with groups gathering together near La Follette Park and at McDonald's on North Avenue in Laramie, with both places being part of L Block's territory. Sosa was the brother of rapper Gerald Jones, aka XV Hellrell, from the same set. XV Hellrell would be seen reversing the A hand symbol next to a poster of Sosa, which is a diss to M&A and their main hand symbol, and him confirming that M&A was responsible for the murder of his brother. He would even get tattoos near his shoulder saying XV Sosa, honoring his brother and the block he was from being 1500. Hell, Rel would even make a freestyle on Facebook in honor of Sosa.
XV the team, we made this shit a thing. Long live my homie, so my brother gained his wing. And that shit got me on go. And now my boys in mode. And now we slam with them poles, they gon' remember so. And watch I pop up like gold, they jelly do the most. And shoot that knee till it's broke, don't stop till ain't no more.
Sosa was a huge loss for L Block. Many more 1,500 members would be seen hurt about the loss of their fallen member. Big Jilla would make a promise to Sosa, saying that he won't be the only one with a headstone. Sosa was known for getting his money. Many other associates of L Block would be seen telling them to keep their head up while paying their condolences. DCG would even pay their respects to Sosa. M&A and Black Mob would mock and diss Sosa several times in social media and unreleased songs. M&A would also make jokes about eating at and going to the G&N breakfast restaurant Sosa was killed at on North Avenue and LeClaire. 2 months later, after the death of Sosa, Toscan would have another encounter with Black Mob in M&A, but this time it wouldn't be a shooting, but actually a fight happening. On December 15th, 2016, Manyai Chappelle, aka MC, and Lil K would run into Malik Seaton, aka Twin, or Cello Boy Lil Malik, at Walmart and attack him on camera. Malik Seaton, aka Twin, would respond in the comments of the social media post about the fight video, telling Lil K and the rest of L Block that they still have dead friends, referring to the murders Black Mob and M&A are responsible for being Jono, TT, and Sosa. Lil K would respond by calling Malik out his name, and MC would also respond, telling Malik Seaton that him and his gang Black Mob are never outside on their territory. After the Walmart fight, another encounter between the three factions of the Four Corner Hustlers would happen, but this time, Lil K and Toss Gang would finally retaliate for their fallen member Sosa when they would allegedly take the life of a well-loved and respected member who was from the Menard and Ohio O-Boys Body Snatcher Four Corner Hustlers faction and an associate of the M&A faction. On February 16th, 2017, 20-year-old I. Vale Hudson, aka Velo, who claimed both O-Boys and M&A, was shot and killed, and a 60-year-old woman, possibly being his grandmother, was injured in a shooting in the Austin neighborhood. The shooting happened at 1:45 p.m. when Velo was standing on the corner and talking to somebody on a cell phone in the 5700 block of West Chicago Avenue, when a Toss Gang member, most likely being Lil K, walked up to Velo and fired shots, hitting Velo in the abdomen and leg. Velo was taken to Stroger Hospital and pronounced dead. Later at 5:04 p.m., Velo lived a block away from where he was shot and killed on. The 60-year-old woman was shot in the leg and was taken to Loyola University Medical Center in Maywood, but was later transferred to Stroger Hospital in stabilized condition. Velo had a strong bond and relationship with M. Pat from MNA before the passing of both of them. The entire Black Mob faction would also pay their respects to Velo on social media. Cello Boy Nino, who is one of the rappers from Black Mob, would even include Velo in a tribute song based on all the fallen Black Mob and MNA members at the time.
I wish I could have told Velo, hold on.
Lil K from Toss Gang would make a social media post disrespecting Velo and another member he allegedly killed 2 months prior to the murder of Velo, being Lafayette Montgomery, or better known as Laffy from Sane Gang OTA. Velo had made a freestyle on video to the instrumental of the 10 Toes Down song, where he was seen claiming both MNA and O Boys and honoring one of his closest friends whom he had lost, being M. Pat from MNA.
From the A to the O, you know my boys gon' get it. We gon' get down with that paper and we gon' stack the digits. And I'ma bring it on back. I thought it's easy, so I gotta keep it stuck.
1 year later, MNA would finally get their revenge on Toss Gang for their fallen associate Velo when they would allegedly kill 2 beloved members from the 1500 faction of L Block together in the same day. On March 29th, 2018, 21-year-old Lo Vaughn Akeem Jordan, a.k.a. Vaughn, and 20-year-old priest Jackal Young from the 1500 faction of L Block were fatally shot together in the West Garfield Park neighborhood. At around 4:10 p.m., Priest and Vaughn were both sitting inside of a Jaguar vehicle on the 4000 block of West Van Buren Street when they would be approached by 2 armed MNA members, possibly being Michael Wallace, a.k.a. Glow, and G23, firing shots, striking both Vaughn and Priest multiple times before fleeing the scene. Both front doors of the light-colored Jaguar and its tinted rear windows were found riddled with bullets at the scene. Vaughn was pronounced dead on the scene, while Priest was taken to Stroger Hospital and passed away over 30 minutes later at 4:44 p.m. Priest lived less than a mile from where he was fatally shot. The identity of the 2 specific shooters remains unknown. 5 months later, friends and family of Priest would attempt to seek help from the public in solving the murder of Vaughn and Priest. Over 15 people would gather together at the scene where Vaughn and Priest were killed to remember the victims and appeal to the public for people to come forward with more information. A few people in attendance were able to successfully give information to the family that may be useful for the Chicago police's investigation on the double murder. M-Pat Gang Zero and M-Pat Gang Main Ski also could have possibly been one of the shooters, since they both were released from prison at the time. Members from Toss Gang would be seen reversing the Augusta A hand symbol that MNA is known for throwing up, hinting that MNA is responsible for the murder of Vaughn and Priest. Priest and Vaughn were big losses for the whole L Block and mainly the 1500 faction. Members from DCG would even pay their respects to Vaughn and Priest, but at the time didn't know who was responsible for the double murder before they would eventually be at war with MNA in the next decade. Priest was known as a money-getter for the L Block Four Corner Hustlers faction. Priest hated Black Mob and MNA. With a passion before his demise, he even had a tattoo in honor of Jono from the same faction, and would be seen casually disrespecting the Black Mob and MNA hand symbol. Priest and Vaughn were mainly close with members like Lil Frank, aka Chinaman, as the 3 members grew up together while part of the same faction. Priest and Vaughn were also part of the same crowd as Hell Rel and Munna XV, who were both known as one of the main rappers from Toss Gang. Vaughn and Hell Rel used to go on several hits together when Vaughn was alive. Hell Rel would even reveal a story after the death of Vaughn about them going on a gang-related hit together on Black Mob's territory inside of a specific green-colored vehicle. Hell Rel was in jail for 8 hours at the time, and same day, Vaughn and Priest were gunned down. After losing his blood brother and closest friends to the body snatcher Four Corner Hustlers, XV Hell Rel would diss the entire Four Corner Hustlers nation, with his faction being an exception, and putting the Apple emojis, Black Mob Mob and MNA use. MNA would make jokes about Vonoff 1700, saying that the real Von from Toss Gang is dead, referring to deceased LaVon Jordan. Rapper 23 Gang PG from MNA would make a diss song to Toss Gang and would refer to Von and Priest as the last security guards in the title of his diss song to Toss Gang. After the murder of Von and Priest, the war between the three factions of the Four Corner Hustlers would officially die down for good, and no murders have happened since. The total score in this unforgiving war is 5-2, with Black Mob and MNA being the winners of this war, and Toss Gang aka L Block losing by 3 points. That would be it for this video. Like, comment, and subscribe for more.
Hey man, we finally watched that. I was waiting to watch that with y'all for a minute. Let's get into a little bit. Let's get into a little bit more of this war situation. Get a little bit more into that. Try to find some information on that, because people been kind of tight-lipped. And yeah, that situation is just crazy, bro. That situation is just crazy, bro.
Who need to hear this, but my man just tried that new 100 milligram generic Viagra for only 87 cents.
Whoa.
And breaking this morning, one person was killed, 3 others injured in an overnight shooting in the city's River North neighborhood.
Let's get right to Courtney Spinelli live at Hubbard and LaSalle, where she's working to learn more on what happened there. Good morning, Courtney.
Sean and Jewel, good morning. It was a call for multiple people shot that brought officers to this area just after 2:30 this morning. Police sources this morning tell me that one of the 4 men shot in this area is a security guard who works nearby, though it's not clear whether he has any connection to the other 3 victims.
We got sheltering in the intersection.
Now, according to CPD, several of the victims were getting into an SUV when 4 suspects came up on foot and opened fire. They jumped into an unknown vehicle and were gone by the time officers arrived. At the scene, officers performing life-saving actions, applying tourniquets, a chest seal, and doing CPR. All of the victims were transported to Northwestern, where one of the victims, a 34-year-old man who had been shot multiple times, was pronounced dead. The other victims included a 36-year-old man shot in the chest, a 43-year-old man shot in the back, and a 35-year-old man shot several times. All 3 are in critical condition, according to police, and sources say at least one of them was rushed into surgery after arriving at Northwestern. A rideshare driver who was in the area at the time of the shooting shares what he heard.
I heard like a few shots, but I just thought it was just like, it sounded like those mufflers that just kind of go off. So I didn't really put didn't put mind to it. The cops normally always block on Hubbard, always shut it down. So I just thought it was normal, but when I actually turn right onto Hubbard, I seen like